bonus. And let's go ahead. I do have the ratings hidden. We don't know the rating of our opponent. And they start with D4. I'm going to play the Dutch. I have been playing this a bit lately. And since D4 is something that I tend to struggle with as black, I think I like the fact that the Dutch kind of mixes things up. Okay, H4. Interesting. I mean, I know at some point they want to play H5. I didn't realize it was right away. And I actually wonder what happens if I take it with the knight. Are they really going to sacrifice the rook and then try to come in here? Probably. That's probably exactly what they're going to do, actually. So what is my response going to be? Takes, let's say E4. We have to somehow get ready for this. Could I just castle? Could I castle? I think I could probably castle. Let's go for it. So we're going to take that. Oh, they play E4 first. Is that the idea? Well, I guess I could still castle, right? If I castle, takes. Okay, fine. If they take me here, that's actually a bit annoying. That's actually a bit annoying. Maybe I do have to take this. But if I take, I'm going to be getting attacked, that's for sure. Knight f3, knight g5. Yeah, we're going to have, but then we have queen e8. I think we can survive. I think we can survive. This might be a learning experience for me. This might be a learning experience. Oh, they just take with the knight. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. So, should I just retreat the knight? Or should I castle? I mean, castling actually looks really dangerous. Eesh. Might still be playable. The other thing, knight f6. What is white going to do against knight f6? Knight g5 anyway? Yeah, that looks a little bit safer, I think. Just going back with the knight. I don't think we want to let the rook sacrifice. I don't know these lines, though, so I could be way off here. Now, the question again, which way do we take? I like that this opens up e7 for my queen. I actually do like that. They're probably going to go bishop d3 and get ready to sacrifice. So yeah, queen e7, maybe queen f7 next to defend the light squares might be a really useful plan. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're going to go here, I think, next. And yeah, so this is the threat. If anybody's wondering, rook takes h7, takes bishop g6 is the idea. That's what they want to do. So we have to avoid that. There's f5 or queen e7. Castling seems too risky. So yeah, queen e7, probably knight e2 or bishop e3 is going to happen. And then I could swing the queen over here. I still have to watch out though. Queen c2. Very dangerous. Okay, let me see how white responds first. And I might play f5 here. Actually, now that my queen is involved, maybe now I could consider castling. I mean, yeah, there's a rook there, though. There is a rook there. Or we play f5. F5 doesn't look terrible because it unleashes the bishop, unleashes the queen, stops the trick. I actually like f5. I think we should do that. Okay. What's up, Andrew? Hey, Rob, what's going on? Hey, Connor. Good to see you guys. Shocker, what's up? All right, bishop e3. So he probably just wants to go like this and castle queenside. So 3, 6, 7. We're up a pawn, right? Yeah, we're up one pawn. We have to watch out for the stuff here. Let's see. D6 looks good. Let's the bishop out, and then we can bring the knight somewhere. I think. Could also go immediately with the knight, but I think I like having the bishop to support the light squares. Let's go there first. He does go queen d2. If you invade, that's not really a big deal. There's bishop g5. We have bishop f6. I think we're okay. So yeah, I think I want to just get my knight out now. I'm not worried about this because it opens up e5. Let's go knight c6. And then we can't go bishop e6 because we get forked, I believe. So bishop d7 might be the only move here. I think it's important that we keep developing. And now I actually could castle this way. And my king feels a lot safer. So what is white going to do about that? I don't know. Connor, you just played a game with 2 brilliant moves, including rook sack. Nice. Yeah, it's always good to quit on a game like that. Very cool. All right. So, oh, it's my turn. I didn't see that. Okay, bishop c2. Let's see. Bishop c2 doesn't seem like it does too much. I mean, it opens up these pieces here, but other than that, not super concerned. I think I want to castle this way. I think that just seems like the safe place for my king to be. d5 is the only issue because then we might lose the pawn. So do I play a6 first and then castle? It's kind of an important pawn, only because then the queen could sneak in along the a-file if I let that happen. We can't go here and trap the bishop. We don't have time to play this. Yeah, I think I do need to play a6. Because I want to castle this way, but I don't want to lose the pawn. So now we castle d5. I just move my knight. Okay, I don't think that really concerns me. Ooh, there's... No. Bishop g5, we have bishop f6. I'm fine. I thought I was making a mistake, but it should be fine. Yeah, bishop here. We're good. Knight f4. This guy's not thinking at all. Okay. d5 is the idea, I think. This is defended well enough. Queen e4, I don't know what that accomplishes. There's always like king b8, just kind of tucking the king away off to the side. Usually it's a good idea, but knight d5, let's say I move here. That seems pretty good. Let's do that. Knight d5, I'm going to go queen f7, and I mean, I don't really feel like I have any weaknesses that white can immediately take advantage of. So we'll see if I'm right about that. Yeah, maybe, let's see, queen f7. Should I move my knight to get rid of the bishop here? Try to trade that? Maybe the rook should go on the e-file since it's an open file. It's kind of a hard position to know what to play. Oh, he trades. Oh, he wants to go d5 96? Is that what's going on here? Okay. d5, but I can go back to d... Oh, no, that's the idea? What is the idea? I don't actually get it. He wants to push and try to... Okay, I'm not totally sure. I'm not totally sure. So, I mean, there's still the idea of bringing a rook here. Queen e4, I don't know what it really accomplishes for me. I could still go queen f7, actually. Queen f7 hits the pawn, controls these square. I actually like queen f7, I think. Because then I could play maybe h5 and g5. Ooh, that seems pretty good. Let's think about d5 for a moment. I go back. Let's say c5 is his idea. Yes, actually c5, because he wants to take with the queen and sneak in here. Okay, so d5, bishop back, c5, takes, queen takes. I could play b6, though. I actually could play b6. I think we're okay. Let's go queen f7. So d5, I go back, c5. I think we can take it. Queen here, we play b6. And it looks like my bishop is going to be able to control those. It is still a bit scary. Let's see if I have any other options. Oh, b4. What? Whoa. This guy is fearless. I want to go queen f6, but then there's that move. Okay, maybe I go rook e8, try to sack, and then go queen here. I could go this rook, actually. Because I have a little tactic. If you take that, I could go here. Yeah, he's not interested in that. He wants to try to checkmate me, I think. All right, I got to move faster. So I'm going to start going on some instinct here. My instinct tells me get rid of the bishop, go for this battery, and try to checkmate the king before I get checkmated. I'm trying to get rid of this knight because the knight's stopping checkmate. So if we attack it like this, or maybe we go f4, bishop f5 is what I'm thinking. I think I need the rook here first. I have to watch out for this. I have to watch out for this. Don't have a lot of time is the other problem here. What if I sneak over like this? If I do that? I have a check, but it doesn't really do much for me. Actually, even king here. He goes right away. Oh, can I go b6? I'm trying to get the queen off the diagonal. Oh, there's queen a3, though. Queen a3. Wish I had more time, but I definitely feel like we have a great attack here. I don't know what to do. Okay, we could take this. Is there any threat? Also take the knight, but I don't think that really makes sense because I don't have a follow-up. Uh-oh. Can't let the knight get in there, I don't think. Yeah, I'm gonna flag. I'm gonna flag. Man, I don't think I have enough pawns here. Yeah, it's just winning. I'm gonna blame the time on this. I'm gonna blame the time on this loss. Yeah, we have nothing here. 2296. I feel like we had it. I just didn't have enough time. I didn't use my time as well as I should have. Let's see. Yeah, we definitely were winning. Oh, I didn't just turn it on. There you go. All right, let's see. Where was the win? Where was the win? So taking is good. E4 is the main move. Taking is good. Knight f6 is pretty good. Yeah, so I pretty much played the opening just fine. Okay, well, I at least feel good about that. I just spent a lot of time to figure it out, was the problem. Let's see if my sacrifice was on point. Best move was actually rook e4. Ah, trying to attack like this. Okay, but even taking, Stockfish likes it still. Stockfish likes it. Doesn't like that move. I wanted g5. I wonder why g5. I don't really understand that. All right. Let's see if this moment we had anything. Whoa. Best move is queen f7. Just trying to come in this way with the queen. Interesting. And if they defend, what's the idea? Ah, bishop a4. Wow. I didn't see that. Okay. Yeah, I don't even think I looked at queen f7 at all, actually. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't have enough time. A minute's not enough time. I should have played faster earlier. Well, got to speed up, I guess, is the takeaway from that one. All right, let's try again. Let's try it again. Knight c3. Bishop g5. Okay, I think we go e6 here. And then put the bishop on e7. Yeah, I think this is the way. You deal with the pin. Okay, I think I'm going to fianchetto the bishop. That looks like a nice diagonal. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. Put that guy right there. Okay, queen e2. So the knight needs to get involved. How do we get the knight involved? Knight c6, relocate it somewhere. The problem with d6 is then I think this is a big weakness. Yeah, that's why I think we just go knight c6 here. We just go knight c6. Hey, Adam. Thank you. Good to see you. h4 again. So they want to go knight g5. They have not castled. I don't think I want to play h6 because we create more weaknesses along the light squares than we already have. So I think I just need to be prepared to meet this with something, but I'm going to actually might have to play h6 anyway in that scenario. So should I play it ahead of time? g4, g5. Ooh, looks pretty scary. g6 could be a way to deal with that threat, but then there's h5. What if I go... Okay, here's an idea. What if I go here, knight g5, let's say it's this knight, and then I block it off with knight f5, but then there's g4. Okay, so maybe I go knight g6 to block it off. Of course, you could take me, but then you have to give up your bishop. If you don't take me, I'm threatening to come into f4. Maybe that's a nice move. Let's do that. Of course, they could take here, but that doesn't seem very good. Okay, they don't actually go for that. So I really want to go here and threaten this. On g3, what am I going to do? c5, trying to open up the king. Because now I can play h6, and before I was worried about g4, g5, but now you can't play that immediately. So I buy myself a little bit of time. Okay. Now, how do we attack the king? I mean, I said c5, but is that really what I want to do? Take takes... Maybe I go queen e7 first to defend it, or rook c8 first and then c5. Let's do that. Let's get the rook involved. We'll play c5 now. Whoa. Wait, if I take... Hold up. Takes... You could take with the knight or the pawn. Let's say they take with the pawn. And then I think I would take this regardless. Queen h5. I'd have bishop h6. So let's say takes, knight takes. But yeah, let's just say everything actually gets traded. Am I missing some move here? Wow. Could also throw in a check if I took that way. Does that change anything? I don't think so. I don't see it. I mean, I also even have my knight that could defend. I could probably try to just run away. I'm gonna go for it. I want to do it quickly so that I can use the time later. Okay. I'm sorry. What if I just do queen a8? What is his plan? You take check. I take with the knight, which defends. It defends the checkmate. I don't see it. I don't see it. Oh, there is bishop g... No, bishop g6 doesn't work. Doesn't work. Yeah, I don't know what he's going to play. Oh. What? You're going to let me trade the queens? Okay, so trade... I mean, I still have to be careful, obviously. Let's say I save the bishop. He wants to go g6, double up the rooks, checkmate me anyway. Wow. That's actually... Okay, so I probably have to sack the piece back. Probably have to sack the piece back. So let's say takes, king f7. Takes. What's the situation like? 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Interesting. What if I play g6? All right, let's do it. Let's trade the queens. What if I play g6? The idea is you don't have time to take my bishop. If you go rook h6, I can go bishop g7. You take, but I'm still up the piece, sort of. And then I have to find a move still. It's not easy to do, but maybe rook f7. Alternatively, I just run here. But after takes, it looks just equal, I think. Looks just equal. I'd like to be able to keep the piece, if at all possible. Really like to be able to keep the piece. Oh, there's even... Is there knight? Check, takes... All right, let's do it. I don't know what's happening. I got to move, though. I don't want to lose on time again, so... We're going to pick up the pace. We're going to pick up the pace here. And my idea is rook h6. I think I can go bishop g7 takes. Knight e7 actually traps the rook, but there is going to be knight f6 check. Oh, what if I just ignore it? What if I ignore it and go king f7? Hmm? Hmm? That guy's still trapped. Ooh, it's a wild position, but if you take and then you bring the... No, you can't bring the rook over. You can't. Oh, that's actually a nice little detail, isn't it? Once these knights move. Oh, he's just going to go back there. He's not even going to go for that. Okay, so we keep our piece. We keep the bishop. Fine. Keep the bishop. I go bishop g7. He can go rook here, but maybe now I can just run with my king and bring the other rook over. So we have an extra piece. I think we should be doing well. He's not going to do that. Still need to figure out how to sort of simplify the position here, which is not easy. I think I still want to go here. I think it's important that I get a rook on the H file. I think that's very important. I'm going to do that right away. I doubt he's going to trade. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. It's hard to play this, though. You got to kind of get g4 first before you can do that. So should I go rook h3 to stop that? Then I'll try to double up and then run my king this way if I need to. And maybe I could also play 97, actually. And maybe 97 could work. But we'll wait till he plays g4 first. So let's go ahead and get the rook over. Now we have control of the open file. So yeah, g4, f5. But okay, he's stopping me from trading that. But I can actually infiltrate on the 7th rank. 2nd rank. Yeah, maybe I relocate the knight here. Or just tuck my king over this way. Actually, I don't know. The king actually might be useful here. I'm going to go here and double up on the 2nd rank. That's what I'm going to do. And it also stops g4. Yeah, I think that's a good move. I think that's a really good move. So we're going to come down here with the pigs on the 2nd rank. I think I'll move my knight back now because I want to attack this guy. Because that's defending this pawn. Unless the rook moves away, then I'll just go on the offensive. Do I care about that pawn? I think I do. I think I do. I don't think I want to give that up for free. So, and I want to keep the square available for my knight. That's why I went here. I'm not totally sure about that. Maybe I should have played bishop c6, just trying to trade. I don't know. I guess this bishop is the one that's really out of place. Wait, what? What is happening? Do I want a bishop or a knight? I think I want a bishop. He wants to sack on e6. Or take on e6, I should say. Okay, we should be fine now, I think. Unless I'm missing something. think I'm just going to go here and take the pawn. Now we just push this guy, right? We just push him all the way. Probably bring my bishop around and then keep going. Still have to figure out how to win in 26 seconds. Not that easy, actually. I'm going to let him take it if he will, because it'll simplify the position. Okay, he's going to go for it. Nice. I think now it's easier for me to win. Because I can pre-move easier now. Yeah, it should be pretty straightforward now. Just had to avoid the stalemate trap, which almost happened. 23-34. Nice. So we got our points back, basically. All right. Good game. Good game. Trying to flag me. Yeah, so we pretty much weren't ever losing except there at the beginning, which... Oh, h6 was the mistake. Yeah, that was a blunder. Stockfish said take it. Stockfish said queen e8. Trade the queens. Stockfish said g6. All right. Very good. Yep. Cool. So, I'm playing pretty well. The weakness seems to be the time management, so I'll try to speed up a little bit here on this next game. And see what happens. Yeah, guys, let's focus on the chess, okay? Let's focus on the chess. Yeah, Rob, you can go ahead if you need to. It's totally fine with me. You will get hidden from the channel, so be careful. Oops, I didn't want to move that. All right, this is a gambit that I like to play against the friend. It's the Alapin gambit. You go bishop d3, you attack the knight, and it actually looks like you're blundering this move here. But we're not. We have a little sneaky trap. I don't think he's going to fall for it. Most people know this. Yeah, they just go back. But if they would have went there, we played g3, and if you take, we've got bishop f2, which actually pins the queen. But I'm just going to develop. So we're going to go knight c3. We're going to castle kingside, try to use the half-open f-file to attack. And black black can do any number of things. Sometimes they castle and then just try to defend against the attack and try to counterattack. Other times they don't castle. They just develop all the pieces and then actually try to castle the other way. So we'll see how our opponent feels about this. It's very dangerous if they castle, I think. It's not bad. You can do it, but I'm going to go queen e1, queen h4, and I'm going to try to checkmate on the king side here. So I think we'll see c5 in some situations. I don't think right now you can do it. I'll probably just take it. But like knight bd7, c5. I've seen people try to put the bishop here. We'll see if they castle. Okay, so they are not scared. They are going to castle. And I'm going to go ahead and develop the knight. It's a good habit to develop your pieces before you launch an attack. So I want to make sure this guy's off of the back rank. And then I think I will sneak over here and attack. And basically, you threaten checkmate on h7. Of course, the knight is defending it. But that's pretty easy to deal with. You can just go bishop g5, take the knight, checkmate on h7. That's the most basic plan. And let's go with queen e1. Of course, black's going to try to do something to prevent that. Like, this person is actually going to take my bishop, which is smart, I think. I think that's a good idea. So I'll go ahead and play rook d1. If they're going to take the bishop, they have to at least be willing to let me have another piece that comes into the game, my rook, which maybe I can use my rook to slide over. I wonder if maybe I should have played a3 to stop this. I'm not actually sure. We'll have to see after the game if that was a missed opportunity. But I think even if you lose the bishop, there's still ways to attack. So, and I think we're going to see that in this game. Okay, they're going to go b6. I think we can continue with queen h4. Now, we walk into a discovered attack. The knight can't go here or here. It can't go there. It could go here. I'm not right away. It would have to they'd have to trade first. Then they could go knight d5. Knight g5, h6. I do not know what's happening in that position. So this is interesting. This line here takes knight d5. What if I'm not actually sure. What if I played bishop g5? Maybe bishop g5 is better. Then takes h6. Oh, then I could go rook h3. No, because queen takes g5. So I'd have to go rook g3. Then pawn takes. The knights are sitting here. I have a rook on f1, a queen on h. So do I have time to do that? Let's say here, queen f6. No, the rook is sitting there, so that's not an option. f6. Yeah, wow. Wow. Okay. Very complicated. I'm not sure if I want to play there anymore. Could go queen g3 is another way to do it. It's not quite as aggressive as this. I think I will go for that line. It might not be good for me, but it looks like I'm gonna have some decent chances to get an attack, so we'll go for it. The thing that I don't necessarily love about it is it forces some trades. So if the attack doesn't work, then we end up into an endgame where I'm probably just down material. So I'm gonna have to be really accurate, but I think we can do it. Hey, Alan. Good to see you. Okay, so he does take, and I will go ahead and recapture with the rook. I'm expecting knight d5 right here. And I mean, the other option, which I didn't really consider too much, is just to like move the queen, let him take. The problem with that, guys, is that I only have 2 knights against 2 bishops, and it's a relatively open board. Ooh, I missed it. I missed that. Totally missed it. Ouch. Ouch. Yep. Okay, that's not good. Yeah, I didn't see that at all. Wow. Okay. Well, let's see how we can make the best of this. We're losing a rook one way or another. Knight e5 takes knight here, takes... Then we at least get rid of the bishop. We could go bishop g5. We might be able to cause some problems. So knight e5 seems reasonable. Knight g... Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Knight g5. Oh, no, because you take and it actually defends. I was going to say we would have a tactic, but we don't. So he's going to take. The knight's on g5. He's probably going to play h6. Yeah, then I don't have anything. So I think 95 might be my best try. Get rid of the bishop. 95 here, here. Queen moves. Takes, takes, takes. And if the knight moves right away, bishop g5 is f6. I don't love that, actually. Man, this was a good move. I didn't see that at all. Is there any tricks after this? Any tricks at all? h6. Nope, I don't see anything. I don't see anything. I have to play something. I'm going to go 95. I don't know. I think I'm just losing. I didn't see that move, so I think we're just losing at this point. But let's give it a shot. The only thing is, even if, let's just say this happens, if I'm able to get this trade, the rooks are endgame pieces. They're not super active at the moment. So I'll have this like short section of the middle game where I have my rook, my knight, my bishop, my queen against like a queen and a knight. If I can make something happen there before the rooks have time to kind of come over and get involved in the game, we might have a chance. So that's what I'm hoping for. I don't know if black could actually sack the queen here. Takes, takes. Then you would have... No, I don't think that would really make sense. No, okay. So yeah, they're probably definitely going to move the queen. I'm going to take... I think I am going to go for that line. Nope. Knight to d7. Okay. So interesting. Knight to d7. Obviously, the queen is under attack. I think we have to move the queen. Question is where to? G3, bishop takes. We could still go for the same thing. Except they got this knight move for free. I don't know how much that changes things. All right, is this where I want my queen to be? I guess that's the big question. Or would I rather it be somewhere else? Like H3 or F2? F2... Oh yeah, the other part of this is that they could actually just take the knight first, huh? Man. Yeah, they can just take the knight. Then they're going to take here, and the queen actually comes in. But I might have rook d1 followed by bishop h6. So I think the queen should go on g3. I think it should go here. I think they're actually going to take this. Taking with the queen, I don't think makes sense. I think we take with the pawn. I think we take here, go rook d1, and try to play bishop h6. Although the queen might just come back. Yeah. Queen's probably just going to come back to g6. Still, probably my best chance to get the rook on the 7th rank. Yeah, queen g6, pretty obvious. I think we just try to invade and hope for the best at this point. Try to play quickly. Maybe they make some kind of a mistake. Although it's not looking like it. Not looking like it's going to happen. So rook e8 or bishop d8. Bishop d8, okay. Can I go b4, try to stop the pawns from moving? At least the rooks are disconnected. Maybe we can get b5 in and relocate my knight to c6. Okay, b5. How do we get the knight there? Like this? He's going to move it first, though. Don't think I can stop that. c5, c6. So let me position for when the pawn moves to go to d6 instead, because it looks like he really wants to play c5. So let's try to position over here. Yeah, the only good thing about my position is that this bishop is pretty bad. It doesn't have anywhere obvious to go. But once that changes, yeah, once that changes, I'm going to be in trouble. I'm going to be in big trouble. Bishop e7 is what he's going to play. I'm going to go king f2, I think. Try to activate the king somewhere. Hopefully my opponent is not good at in time pressure situations. Maybe we can have a chance at the end. Let's see if we can get to that point of the game. It's unlikely, but we're going to give it a shot. We're going to give it a shot. He's going to move the bishop and then go rook d8. That's what he's trying to do. Maybe I can stop that with bishop. There's h6 though. Yep, h6. Maybe I can play g5 to mess up the plan here. Because what he wants to do is trade the rooks off and activate the rook on the d file. But right now he has to give up the pawn or give up the bishop. So if he moves the bishop somewhere and then does that, I don't really have anything to do. So he's stopping me from preventing that. But I'm going to try to go there anyway and force this trade. King F. Yeah, I think we still go here. And give up the knight. And maybe the bishop actually prevents him from activating his rooks. It's a long shot, but I'm going to do it. We are ahead on time now, so that's the good news. And we've got him thinking. Okay, all right. I'm feeling like there's a sliver of hope here. Because if you take this knight, you can't really get... Oh, he didn't have to take it, though. He can just play rook d8 now. That's what he wants to do. Okay. Yeah, I can't... Wait, I can go check king here. No, that doesn't help me, does it? I don't think that helps me. Man. Yeah, he's going to trade everything now and... I'm going to try to keep the pieces on the board. The knight can be tricky, so I'm going to try to... do something here. Yeah. Why didn't he just take that? Any chance of a stalemate here? Probably not. Probably not. Oh, let's check. No. 2200. That bishop a6, guys. It was that bishop a6 move, and I couldn't come back from it. Can't believe I missed that. Okay, they played almost perfectly, so I guess I can't feel too bad. They played almost perfectly. Oh. Oh, joined 27 days ago? Oh. Hmm. What's the verdict? I mean, it could just be a strong player who just joined recently. I'm seeing an awful lot of... This was kind of low, 82. It might just be a really good player. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Let me see. Let me see. Actually, let me see something. Hold on. I want to see how many of these moves at this point in the game were the top engine moves. So let's just see for a second. B6 actually was interesting. Because I think most people are going to take this first. That's what I would have done. Now you take. Yeah, okay, let's see about this phase of the game. Again, like, I think most people are going to take this. It's an awful lot of... Let's see, was this the Stockfish idea too? Bishop D8? Yes, it is. Wow. I mean, I don't know, guys. It's an awful lot of Stockfish moves. That's the only thing. It's an awful lot in a row. I don't think I'll report, but I am suspicious. I am suspicious. But I don't think I'm that suspicious, but I'm kind of suspicious. I mean, 27 days ago, it's... Yeah, the time usage, I couldn't tell from the time usage. I played D4 this game. But it did definitely seem suspicious. Because it's generally hard to play that position from Black's perspective. And they were just like, bam, 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 knight b4, bishop a6, knight e7, e5. Like, all those moves were just like, whoa, whoa. I felt like they were either a super strong player or maybe there was something going on. Okay, let's play c3 so that we can retreat our bishop here if we need to. Ooh, do I want to go for a Colle or a Stonewall? Let's play a Colle. Let's play a Colle. If we played f4, we would have a Stonewall set up. But this is the Colle, which is very similar. Basically, what you do is you play knight d2, queen e2, rook e1, something like this, and e4. And there's like no weaknesses in the position, right? Which is... Okay, yeah, both of these moves are actually good. Let's go with the rook. I like rook e1, I think, but you could play queen e2 also. And when we're ready, we play e4. Yes, they could take, but we can take back as well. Queen c7. I think we're fine. I think we're fine. Let's go. Let's go. We jump in with the knight. This is pretty much always how you want to recapture because it lets your bishop out for one thing, and you want to keep your bishop if possible. Now, we don't have to take that pawn, but I think we should. I think we should. I don't want to gambit it. No, I think we should take it. All right, so we have the c file here. Keep an eye on that. Rook can come here. Rook c1. The bishop's ready to go. Bishop g5. Bishop f4 we can't do, unfortunately. If I could, I would like that. Bishop e3 maybe if we need support here, but I'm going to try to focus on maybe a kingside attack. Okay, h6, but that creates some weaknesses. I might play queen e2. I think I will play queen e2. And what I'm trying to do here is threaten to take and go queen e4 with the checkmate threat, which will then force another pawn move weakness. Yes, and I think we're going to be able to do it. We take queen e4, g6. Oh, but then I can actually just come... Yeah, you're going to have all kinds of weaknesses. So that looks good. That actually looks good. Oh, you know what? Can black... Oh, can black actually just ignore me? Oh, that might be their best plan. Just to take here and say, go ahead. Ooh, now that's interesting. That's... Would we get the bishop there somehow? We might be getting some fireworks here in just a little bit. I think this is about to get really interesting if black takes this pawn. I mean, they kind of have to, right? Because if you play g6, yeah, exactly. If you play g6, that just doesn't look good. All right, I think... Here's the question, guys. The question is, do I go here right away, or do I try to find some other move to play first? Like, does taking this help me or hurt me? Does going bishop f4 help me or hurt me? These are not easy questions to answer. Let's start with the obvious. Here, 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 here. I don't have a follow-up move. My queen's under attack. I don't like that, so I can't go right away. Bishop f4 is nice because it's a tempo move. Now, we have to be willing to take back with a pawn here. Which I would. Because then I've opened up the files here, which is nice. And the question is on e5, then what? Then we go for it? Check, king goes over. Check, king goes up. We still have to have a move. That's the issue. If I take, and let's just say the rook takes, for one, then there's no rook attacking my queen. Yeah, I think I definitely want to do this because even if this happens, you actually can't take that or you get checkmated. My bishop would be invulnerable, which means I could then bring other pieces over to the attack. Okay, so I think we want to go bishop f4. What about e5 right away? Same kind of deal. Yeah, I think it's fine. Let's go. Let's go with that. Pre-move the recapture here. I think he's going to take this. And now they have to move the queen or play e5. But, like I said, e5 is not actually threatening to take my bishop because once I'm in here, you can't do that. Or you get checkmated if you allow my rook to this file. So, check, king goes here. The rook maybe goes to c1 or d1. Still have to figure out how to get to the king. But we might even be able to go rook c1, hits the queen, drop the bishop back, go over to c5, hit the king like that. Uh-huh. Doesn't look half bad. Or what else do we do? I mean, he might not even play this move. I'm not totally sure. Yeah, okay, queen c6. So here's the deal. Check, king goes over. Rook comes here. I want to sneak in. I think we have to do this because otherwise I lose the opportunity, right? I don't want to trade queens. If I move somewhere else, I lose the opportunity. But I think we have to do it now. And then now it's the question of, do I go with rook c1? I'm also liking this move, bishop e4. And the reason I'm not going to go check right away, guys, is because my queen's under attack, right? Then I have to move my queen, and I have nowhere to go except back. It's a totally wasted move. So we're going to save it for the right moment. So bishop e4 looks good because it gets my bishop out of the attack, and it saves my pawn, and it's with tempo. But then I can't do the tempo with the rook, so it's very tough to decide. Because if I go rook c1 immediately, the queen might come in, and now I have to worry about more things that I don't think I want to worry about. Check, king goes there, check, blocks. Yeah, I don't think I want to worry about that. So I think I should play bishop e4. I think I should play bishop e4 first. So we deal with any threats on my king with tempo. And we could still play rook c1 next if we really want to. Or maybe some other move. Let's see where the queen's going to go first. Because we might want to try to hit the queen. Maybe rook d1, actually. Because once I get a rook there, then I am threatening this, right? Well, it depends where the queen is. If the queen's on b6, maybe not. Let's see where the queen goes. But on, oh, wait, on queen b6, we can threaten this with rook c1, right? Rook c1 threatens the fork. So, and if black were to try to play g6 or g5, then you lose the pawn on h6. Although bishop g7, that could be a move. That could be a move to stop queen h8. But I have to, I mean, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to go there until we've prepared a follow-up, so I can't really do anything about that. Okay, so the queen's going to move. I don't know where. There's a lot of potential moves. No, you can't go there. So maybe any of these squares. I don't think you would go there, but maybe you could. Yeah, actually, maybe queen e8. So lots of options for the black queen. Chooses b5. Okay. Okay, so what if I move a rook to d1? Because then we're actually threatening this. Gotta be rook to d1, right? It's gotta be. I'm gonna move it quickly. I want to save my time for later. I think that seems to be the best file. Because we're threatening the immediate bishop here. The only thing is maybe this rook would have been better if I needed like both rooks on these files, but I don't, yeah, I kind of thought that that might not matter. He plays e5 so quickly, but wait a second. Check, king goes here, check, king goes here. I must have a checkmate. I must have a checkmate. Oh, queen d6. Yeah, it's checkmate. It's checkmate. Or rook d6. Rook d6 is cooler. Good game to our opponent. Let's check the game review. Colle strikes again with another vicious attack. 94 accuracy. Now that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Colle's actually dangerous. It looks like a super passive opening, and then all of a sudden you're like, boom, and you just go checkmate them. If you watch the Logical Chess series, there was a game that this same thing happened. That's how I knew this idea, because we went through that game where they traded the knight. Some of you guys will remember this, right? And then you come up with queen e4. And I think in that game they had to play like g6, and then some other stuff happened. But it's the same kind of idea, right? You create those weaknesses, and then, yeah, bishop f4, I guess, was the move that the computer didn't agree with. This is what it wanted. Okay, but I liked bishop f4, actually. Oh, interesting. It wanted rook, actually did want the rook to come over. And what was the point here? Ah, rook c7 is even more dangerous. And you don't even worry about any of this stuff because it's just checkmate. Aha. So only move check. You just block. Bishop d7. Bishop b5, same thing. King has to move. And then queen d3, you're sneaking in here. Wow. The king has to go back, and then you win a piece. Yeah, stock versus wild. Okay. Anyway, that was a good game. It was a good game. King's Gambit next. Oh, okay. You know, well, I was going to say I would be open to playing King's Gambit, but we don't have a chance now. We don't have a chance. I could play the Latvian Gambit. I haven't played that in a long time. Should I do it? Oh, let's, for the content. I might get destroyed. I might get destroyed. I'm going to do it. This is not a great opening, but it's tricky. It's very tricky. It's kind of like the King's Gambit, except you're down a move. Okay, yeah, d4 is good. d4 is one of the best moves. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see the super crazy lines where they take on e5. So this way, I think you take here. And then you go with the knight. And I think it's like bishop g5. Oh, yeah, bishop e2 is another one. What is the move here, guys? Is it d6? So here's the thing. d6, the bishop is coming over. And if we go g6, he's going to take it. Check. I have to play king e7. The bishop comes to g5. Is this a playable line, though? It should be a playable line, unless I'm confusing something. Which I could be. I could be totally confusing this. Oh, you know what? This will be a learning experience. So, I hope I'm not just losing. Oh, he goes knight c4. Okay, so there must be... I must have been fine there. Okay. So now, bishop e7 castles. Right? That's got to be the logical approach. Okay, so we're going to get a relatively equal position, I think. We go ahead and castle. Get the king out of the center, off of this diagonal. And now I might be ready to play d5 again. You do allow the knight back in, but you gain control here. Alternatively, I don't do it just yet, and I just develop instead. Bishop f5, maybe? Knight c6. Knight c6, d5 is pretty annoying, though. Here, d5 is still pretty annoying. So if I play d5, the knight comes in. Yeah, I think I want to play d5. I'll work around this knight on e5. I'm just going to put my bishop on e6, and then we can develop the knight. So this position seems like white's knight is misplaced. It seems like they should have their pawn here. So I could just go c6, make them waste some time, do that. I will do that. I will do that. There's f3. I'll probably just take it. And then you've opened up this diagonal. You have to watch out for queen b6. Okay, queen e2. I think we need to develop, so probably just get the knight over here. Keeping an eye on queen b6. I'm thinking about what happens if... Oh, they do go f3. Okay. So... takes and queen b6 to hit the weaknesses? Primarily, this is what I'm most interested in. Let me make sure there's no tactics. If you take here, it's fine. If you take here, I can't take with my knight, but I could take with my bishop, and I'm okay. So queen b6. Well, there's knight a4, though. Knight a4 is actually annoying. But it's then the knight's on a4, so okay, let's do it. I mean, even if you go knight a4, maybe I'll just go back or something. Yeah, I'll probably just go back. He takes. Okay, so we can't take with the knight because we lose the bishop. So we have to take this way. And it seems like an equal position, actually. It seems pretty equal. He could bring his rook over. I could bring my rook over. You know, the knight still seems a bit awkward. Don't know that I really want to take the poisoned pawn. So maybe just defend the bishop. Or I could pin it. Actually, maybe this is an opportunity to pin this. Because then... Or just go bishop d6, actually. Just get control of this diagonal. Probably should bring the rook over first, though. I think that rook really needs to be on the e-file. He's not going to sack this. That's fine. He does go for knight a4. Okay. I think I might just drop back. I think I might just drop back. The other thing I could do would be to go to b5. Now you can't go to c5 or I take you. Go back here. Could go queen a5. If I go back knight, bishop c8, then the knight might jump in. That's actually annoying. If I trade, I give up the bishop pair. Don't really want to do that, so maybe I should go queen b5. On b3, no, the knight's got to be too misplaced, right? Let me go queen b5. Yeah, he does do that. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Should I offer a queen trade? Probably not worse. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Either a3 or d6, or, well, a5 too, but no, probably one of these two. I'm going to try to trap the knight, guys. I'm going to try to go b5 and trap the knight. And if you go to knight b2, then you have to be willing to give me 2 pawns. Can I still play b5? No, but you're going to go to c5? But then your pawns are kind of weird. Okay, I might do that, actually. I think I will do that. He's going to get the bishop pair, but he's going to get some doubled pawns. And I don't know that he's going to be able to use the bishop pair that much in this position, so I think I'm going to take it. Okay. If I jump in, we might get an opposite colored bishop endgame, but at least I'll have a passed pawn. Since I'm low on time, let me just go for this. I assume since this is a FIDE master that theirs is a pretty strong player, so I think I would probably be okay with a draw. I don't know what their rating is, obviously. Yeah, but it looks like we're headed towards a draw here. Yeah, because of the time situation, I'm actually fine with that. Because it's opposite color bishops, very unlikely this game ends in anything but a draw. Let me bring the king up. He's not going to let me, but I mean, even if I get there, actually, he doesn't really. He's just going to defend this, and he's going to put his bishop here. And I can't really do anything about it. So, yeah, is there any way I can win this? You see what I'm talking about? I wonder if I could somehow sneak around. Could I somehow sneak around, attack the pawn, make it move, come over here, win the pawn, come back? Even if I did win the pawn, I still couldn't really get through. Actually, maybe there's some chance. Maybe there's some crazy chance. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. Okay, that's not ideal, actually. Yeah, I need to stop trying to think about how to win and just make sure I don't lose, I think. That's what I think. I guess we just put the king on this square and then put my bishop here and it's a draw, I think. So as soon as he pushes, I go here. And yeah, I think this is a draw. Although I might get flagged, actually. Wait, can he sack the pawn and win? Oh my goodness. Can he do that? Uh-oh. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Man. That one hurts. He was 2100? Seriously? 91 accuracy? What? Wow. Yeah, that was bad. I should have just been happy with the draw. I was trying to think too hard about how to win it and just threw it away at the end. Very disappointing. Like, super basic, guys. You don't blockade your pawns on squares that are the same color. You just don't do that. Because then they just take it. And now it's not so easy. Like, right here, it's easy. If I would have just played, like, G6, H5, put the bishop on F5, it's over. Like, it's a draw. Yeah. And, I mean, they did a good job. They created this, and then they figured out a way to create another weakness, even though it looked like they weren't going to be able to. This little sacrifice was very smart. I don't think I could have stopped that at the end. Yeah, it's just a lost position at this point. Let me, no, I can't use the table base. Yeah. Man, what a rough game. Oh, boy. Yeah, they played a pretty good game, though. I mean, that's kind of surprising. I don't know why they're only 2100. Seems weird. Maybe I think I should have played more tactical line. I shouldn't have like traded into a bishop ending. That seems kind of silly. Let's go. Let's play another Colle. I mean, we had such a great time last time. Let's do that again. Aha. Okay, if they do this right away, what I like to do is let's focus on this. Let's actually attack the weak spot in the position. I think we can just like attack. Let's just develop and attack d5. If they want to take me, I'm happy because it opens up the rook. If I trade, does that benefit me? There's c5. I'm not really super familiar with these positions actually. Especially with my bishop stuck. I don't think I want to do that. Maybe. Might not be so terrible actually. Okay, we'll do it. Do it. So the nice thing about this is I'm going to have the... Oh, they're not going to trade. Interesting. Interesting. Well, I think we jumped... I don't think we want to allow them to play e5, so I think we have to make sure that that doesn't happen. I think. The thing about f4, they're going to get e4, but, you know, I'm okay with that. So knight d7, f4. We give up this, but we get this. At least for now. Of course, black could play f6 at some point. It's kind of like a stone wall, but we've got our pawn on c5. I mean, yeah, this is so weird. I don't really know what's going on, to be totally honest with you. I think... What do I think, actually? Do I trade before they play f6 with the tempo? I guess I can trade later. Although they might just leave it and jump over here. I could play rook g1 and try to push the pawn. I kind of like the look of that. Let's do that. I have no idea actually how to play these positions, so I could be totally off here. This is the funny thing about chess, right? Like sometimes you play openings that you're very familiar with, you understand what the plans and ideas are, and it's relatively easy to play. And then there are games like this where you have no clue what's going on, and it's much more difficult. Much more difficult. Because it's weird with, like, normally the pawn's back here, and my queen, yeah, I don't know. Plays b6, so he wants to take. I don't think we let him take. So I think we have to trade. Okay, g4. Doesn't feel like it does as much now. We could still try it. This bishop is awful. I would love to get that into the game. I could also actually just trade to go bishop d3. Yeah, maybe that's what we do. Maybe that's what we do. We got to get rid of this annoying bishop. So let's trade that off. And then maybe this guy can come out and play at one point. Okay. Still a super weird position. Feels like black's position's better. I wish I could castle, actually. How do we get this bishop into the game? Maybe I should focus on the king right now. Should I just do this? And I can go to d2. It's just a terrible piece. A terrible piece. I really feel like I need to get my king over here, so I'm going to try to do it fast while I still can. Like f6, I could take it and then just run. Just run. Okay. Let's go ahead and take. This might get a little bit awkward for a moment here, but I think we are in time to... Oh! Oh, 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 oh. Oh, no. I didn't see that move. Uh-oh. That's bad. This is, oh, he didn't see it. Whew. Whew. He didn't see it. If queen takes h2 was like crushing. Queen takes h2, I was in trouble. I was in big trouble because the pawn was pinned. The pawn couldn't take anything. He was going to take it next move. Yeah, that would have been so bad for me. I would have been like game over on the spot pretty much because the rook, the queen, the bishop, it's just too much. Too much. Now, if I'm able to get bishop d2 in, a3, bishop d2, something like this, I can hold on, I think, to this position. Okay, so queen's under attack. I think, let's think about this carefully, actually, because if we go queen e2, there is this move bishop h4, and he wants to invade. g3 takes check. No, we won't survive that. So bishop d2, rook f2, we could take. No, that's not good. So queen e1 would actually stop that. It's very awkward, but I think we have to do it. I don't think we can allow that to happen right now. Because I need time to get my bishop off and get my rook over and take care of some things. Yeah, this was a good example of how an opening just kind of falls apart on you. Okay, I think we can go g3. Oh, but rook f3, king g2, queen f7. Yeah, we're holding on, I think. I think we're holding on by a thread. f3, king g2, queen f7, d2. The point on rook f3 is you're threatening to take check. And actually, I wonder if I could survive that. Rook moves, king runs, check, king runs. You know, let's think about this. Rook f3, bishop d2. Takes, check. King f2. You move your rook somewhere. Let's say you move it here or here. No, he's not going for it. Okay. Yeah, this should be fine because I'm defended. Your queen's going to try to infiltrate, maybe. So I could play queen e2 now to stop that. If I go bishop d2, queen f3, queen f1, we could go into an endgame. Okay, fine. Or what? Queen moves somewhere. Then I move somewhere. Or do I just stop that altogether? Queen e2. Maybe I just stop it altogether. Let's just not let that come in. Now I'm going to go bishop d2, rook f1. So bishop d2, rook f1, and then we're ready to go into the endgame, which I don't necessarily know that I have an advantage in, but considering how this game has gone so far, I'd be happy to go to an endgame. All right, can we do it? This is the big question. Bishop to d2, there's two moves that I'm concerned about. One, takes. Queen g2, looks like we're okay. The other move is queen c2. That's a scary move because I'm going to lose all my pawns. Unless I can figure out. So rook c1 takes. Rook takes c6. Takes. No, then I have that. Okay, maybe it's good enough. Let's do it. Aaron, hey, thank you. Hope I'm not missing something here. But I feel like it's got to be one of these two moves, right? You either have to sack, which doesn't look like it works, or you have to invade. But then rook c1. Takes. Oh, there's bishop b4. Ooh. Bishop b4. Ah. I didn't see that. All right, hold on. Bishop b4 is a crushing move, actually. Is it? Rook takes. Queen takes. Takes. I actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 against 3. I have 2 pawns for a bishop. But then rook a8, I lose a pawn. Problem is, I don't think I have another option. Do I? Is queen g4 an option? Hold on, queen g4. Check. We get a bishop. Then no. Then we lose. I think. I have an idea. Is it a good idea? I'm not totally sure, but we're gonna try it. This is my idea. Oh, bishop. Oh, it's a bad idea. Bishop f8. I missed bishop f8. Man. Oh, man. Yeah, or that. That works too. I thought, I don't know what I thought. Now I'm checkmated. Yeah. That was a terrible decision. It's just checkmate. I can't even stop the obvious checkmate. It's literally that simple. I'll let him do it. I can't do anything about it. Good news is I get some pawns for the bishop. Yeah, that is the good news. And the bad news is I get checkmated. Do they really not see this check? This is like the most obvious checkmate in the world. I guess that's another one, but this one was like super easy. Okay. Either they're toying with me or they're not very good at tactics, or I don't. I mean, I really wasn't suspicious until the end. Why does it take you so long to find an obvious checkmate? I really wasn't suspicious. Okay. Anyway. I just messed up. That was a terrible game. I have nothing to say about that, except I played very badly. Oh, man. Hey, Aaron, thank you. Oh, guys, this is the problem when you play openings that you don't know the lines. Like, for example, this I just haven't studied this. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do here. Apparently, C5 is a book move. And then I'm supposed to go get the bishop. I'm supposed to go get the bishop. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. 95 is just a bad move. Now I'm just in trouble. This is just a terrible plan. Oh, G4 right away. I did think about this for a second. And I don't know why I didn't actually calculate it more. I don't know why I didn't calculate it more. I think I thought, like, this just looks bad, but actually, it's not bad. Huh. It still looks bad, but I guess it's not as bad as it looks. Okay. I mean, yeah, I didn't really want to calculate that. Oh, man. Losing lots of points today, guys. Losing lots of points. Okay, I think we need to play e4. Get back to the familiar stuff here. Leo. I don't want to play against the Scandinavian, so I'll turn it into a gambit. Now we have a French defense. I'll play that same gambit again. See if we can avoid the mistake from last time. We didn't really get a chance to see this, how this works out. I think we played that guy who was suspicious. Suspicious. B6. Okay. I think we could just develop a piece. No need to overthink it. Okay. I think we develop again. Because he was attacking here. Because of the pin. So we just defend. C5. So there's a couple ways we could do this. Let me think about this for a second. If I take and he takes and I go check and he blocks, I'm not quite winning a pawn. I'm not quite winning a pawn. There's always e5 to gain the space. Oh, if I take, there is d4 I have to watch out for. No, there's not. There's a tactic. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Let's open some things up here. Because black's making an awful lot of pawn moves. I think maybe there's going to be some weaknesses we could take advantage of. Let's give it a shot. Just castles, eh? But he really wants d4 now. That's for sure. So let's trade before that happens. We might have to tuck our king on f1. We might have to do that. Wait, I still have a tactic. Maybe I should just be smart about this. Maybe I should just be smart about it. So takes, and I'm going to play a3 to force the trade. And then I'm going to take back with the pawn so I don't get forked. And yes, my pawn structure is messed up, but I do have the bishop pair. And the... Oh! You guys see it, right? Tell me you see it. Oh, boy. Do I have any tricks? I don't think so. I don't think I have any tricks. Oh, man. If I took with a pawn, I was gonna get this bishop trapped. So I'm gonna try this. There might be a trick here. There might be a trick. My idea is if you take me, then I have this. If you don't take me and you take the bishop, I'm gonna trade and then go there anyway. And oh, there's knight c6. Yeah. There's just knight c6. Okay. We're gonna try to castle this way. I think throw some pawns forward. He's just gonna play rook b8. Interesting. Do I want to take that? There's g6. Well, I can't castle anymore, so I could play this and castle here, but then g6 traps my bishop. I guess he'll just castle. I don't know. This is bad. You can't. I mean, you can't really win games if you're playing someone like 2300. You can't really win games if you lose pieces. And so that's just what it is. You can't do that. I just need to be more careful. But this is why chess is hard, right? Because first couple games I was being really careful, but I was getting low on time, and I lost the game from time pressure. And now I'm trying to play faster, not lose on time, but then I blunder a piece, right? So that's the issue. You have to get it just right. I don't know. Take this. Bishop a6. Okay. Let's go here. We'll threaten a little cheap trick. Try to win some pawns back. Doesn't fall for it, obviously. I mean, I don't have much to lose at this point, so I'll just take whatever I can. You know what I mean? Just take whatever I can. G6. Okay. Should I go here? Should I go here? I'm going to try to get my rook here and see what happens. Because Black does have quite a few pieces that they have to kind of keep an eye on. So if I can get another threat, maybe, just maybe, some tactic opens up. There's queen b6, though. Yeah, queen b6 is pretty annoying. Oh. Well, good game. That's checkmate. Gonna resign. Oh, 4 mistakes and a blunder. Oh my. Wait, what was this? He blundered something that gave me a chance to come back in the game? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's a move here for me? I mean, I thought about bishop d3, but did I think about bishop d3? I guess I was thinking like the rook comes over. Is Oh. Do you guys see it? White to play? White to play and come back in the game? Wow. It's actually not that difficult, but it wasn't on my radar at all. Anybody see the move? Doesn't look like very many people see it. I see a couple. It's this guy is under attack. So you just lure the king away. And you take a rook. And the position is now equal, according to Stockfish. Just kind of wild, because black still has the knight and the bishop for the rook, but now their king is exposed. But my king is also kind of in danger. I mean, this would have actually been a really interesting position. Instead, I just decided to blunder this. Guys, give me just 2 minutes. I'm gonna take 2 minutes. I'm gonna get some fresh air. I'll be back and I'll be ready to go. Okay? I'll be back and I'll be ready to go. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. Let's finish out the stream on a couple of wins. Got some water on the face. I'm awake. I'm feeling good. Feeling good. Let's just stick with the normal. Stick with the usual. F3. Okay, he goes there. We're going to put the pressure on the knight. We're going to develop. We are going to castle. Keep the pressure here. C4. Fine. We're going to swing over to H5. Keep it here. Knight to D2. Okay, I think we just go like E6. Yeah, E6 should be fine. Let's the bishop out. He stops bishop B4. Do I simply go bishop D6? Do I go bishop E7? I think bishop D6. And if C5 happens, we'll just happily go back because then we have this D5 square that we can use. Oh, B4. Okay. So he just wants to attack me like this. So whenever this happens, usually what I'm going to do is try to open up the center. So E5 should be the move that we need to play. Just on principle. That should be the move. So let's play it. Okay. Fine. Let's just think about this for a second. If I go E4, we lose a knight, we get a knight, we lose a pawn, we took our king on B8. He takes back somehow. Do I have any counterplay in that position? Probably not a lot. If I go to D4, he takes me, I take him. If he takes here, we would have counterplay because of the rook. Okay, so here, here. And if you take me, I take this way. You take me, I swing the rook over. Again, we have counterplay. I think that's got to be the move that we play. It's got to be. I have to take advantage of the weakness, which is the king's in the center. So I think this is the only way we can do that. Because if this trade happens and the rook gets to E8, it's not going to end well for white. Traumatic Bishop 3. An interesting name. So this is the first moment in the game that our opponent has actually stopped to think. They do take. We'll take back. And yeah, this is what I was talking about. I think we get some decent counterplay here with a pin. Now the question is, do I trade first and then go with this? Or do I go right away? Now if I trade and then go there, there's going to be bishop E3. Going to be bishop E3. Knight G4 looks really interesting. Or even, I feel like I have maybe more options if I go here first. I don't think I'm worried about F3. That just seems too passive. So bishop E3 is really the move. So yeah, I think I want to go here. Maybe followed by bishop F4. I wonder if I could... Oh, you know what? You know what? Sacrifice this? Queen h4 check? What are you going to do about that? Can't go g3, so you have to play king f1, only move. And then what? How do we win the game? How do we win the game from there? I don't see a way to win the game. The other thing we could do is take here with the bishop first, threatening bishop g3. How does white stop that? You can't castle. You have to... Actually, that's not easy to stop. Let's see, king f2 looks very dangerous. I think we've got to do this, right? I think we have to do that. I still have options, though. I still have options here. Check, king f1, I don't have a move. That's my only problem with that. So yeah, I think I am going to go with bishop takes h2. On something like knight f3, we have check. The king might run, but I'm going to... Actually, knight f3... Oh, okay, hold on. Check, king f2. Wow, this is going to be nuts. This is going to be a lot of fun, though. Yeah, this is going to be so much fun. Let's do it. Let's do it. By the way, the most important thing about this is that I'm weakening the dark squares, and also it comes with a tactical threat, right? Of check, win a rook, or actually checkmate. It's more than that. So that's why this is so good. Of course, here, then the knight jumps in. Knight f3. I think we're going to have some really interesting things. Let's see, king d2, knight here, then the queen. I mean, yeah, this is going to be wild. But I'm okay. Oh, he wants the... Well, that seems weird. Let's go ahead and take that. Hey, welcome to Stalematers. Alon, or Alon, I'm not sure. However you pronounce it. So now the knight's involved. That seems risky from white. I wonder what their idea is. We still have bishop g3. No, then there's king e2. But now we have some other ideas, like queen h4. Whoa. Oh, that's his idea. What a move. What a crazy move. I can't take with the knight. Wow. Wow. I have to take with... Oh. Okay, that was a good move. I did not see that at all. I think I'm obligated to take. I can't even go here because of this. Queen here can't be good. I don't see how that could be good. Actually, would it be good? Well, let's start with the obvious. If I takes check, let's just say king b8. So we're down 3-6. Yeah, we're just down a full knight. And then he castles. Would I that, or would I rather this, where I'm temporarily down a full rook? Let's say he's still... Let's say rook h3. Takes. Takes, check. Queen e2. I'm still down... That was such a good move, by the way. I'm like in shock by that move. Okay, I don't think that's a good position for me. I think I have to go for this. I think I have to try it. The other one just doesn't look good at all. Because it's check. If it wasn't check, it's a different story, because I could probably come up with some way to attack. But the check means white gets to just castle. King gets to the other side of the board. I'm down a piece. All his pieces are in good position. There's no way. At least this way, I still have a fighting chance. That was an amazing move, though, by our opponent. Rook takes h2. I mean, that was not on my radar at all. At least that's not like a blunder. That's not a blunder like the other moves were. That's just a nice little tactic that I missed. That's different. I don't feel so bad about that compared to like the other games where I was just like hanging rooks and hanging checkmates and stuff. So we're temporarily down a rook. But we have the attack. And we also have the attack. Oh, you know what's interesting? No. Man, see, this is so annoying, this check. Because I was thinking like rook h3, I could maybe do something like this. But even if there was a tactic where that could work, it doesn't actually work because this is just going to get captured. So no. Basically, I have to take this next move. Yes, rook h3. I mean, I say that. I guess knight e5 maybe is a move also, but I'm just down a full rook. It just doesn't feel like I have enough to do that. Also, knight f3. Takes. Takes. Queen e2. Check. Queen c3. Rook d1. King d7 to threaten this. Then there's a check. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to cut it for me. So rook h3, I think I want to take. The only other thing might be knight e5 or maybe rook e8. What about rook e8? Hey, thank you, Tony. I appreciate that. Awesome. I'm glad it's helping. Thank you for the super chat. I mean, this is really not out of the question. Yeah, he does play that. I don't know. I'm gonna kick myself if Stockfish says rook e8 was like the best move because that actually looks pretty good, or knight e5. But it's hard to turn down this threat here because it's attacking so many things. I think we're gonna get some material back. Aaron, hey, thank you. So rook takes, I take, obviously. Queen e2. I think I want to go queen c3, hit the rook, so he loses castling rights when he moves it. Yeah, I think that's what we do. I mean, I assume he's going to sack the rook here. I guess he doesn't have to, but if you move the queen, do you really want to allow this? I don't think so. I really don't think you want to allow that. Oh, knight e4? This guy with the crazy moves. Interesting. Because if I took here, I think he was just going to like move his king, and then what was I going to do? I don't know. Queen d3? I think we have to get this rook involved. Oh, but he takes with the rook. I can't do that. He takes with the rook. I have to take this. I mean, maybe there was another move, but the threat was my knight. So is it now? Is it rook e8? Yeah, it's got to be rook e8 now, right? King here. There is a check, but then he just runs away. There is f5, which is maybe useful, but I think it's more useful to have the rook involved. I think I'm going to go rook e8 next. Yeah, I think we want the rook involved. I think. Have to watch out for tactics, though. If there ever comes a piece on here, then knight d6 is a threat. But I believe I would have time to react. Wow, what a position. This is wild. f5 is a potential move. Knight e3 is a potential move. Queen g4, maybe. Oh, queen g4, then knight f4, maybe. Okay. Wow. I don't know how you calculate this position with the minute. So what's most likely to happen? The knight's going to move, I think. But then I have a check. He moves the king, so he's just going to give me the knight. Okay. I'm going to take it. And now we're threatening here. We're threatening here. We're threatening here and here. So many threats. So many threats. Do I just take the fork? Do I just take the fork and be happy? Is this any better? King goes there. I don't think so. I think I take the fork and be happy. We can pin it. We can pin it. I'm not getting mated. I can run away. Yeah. All right. All right. Good game. Let's see. Okay. Not too bad. That endgame was nuts, though. Let's take a look at that very briefly. I'm curious what Stockfish was going to say. So, yeah, let's see here. Okay. E5 was the best move. So, just on principle, I just played the best move on principle. Knight d4. Over. Ah, okay. So Stockfish did want bishop f4 first before I sacrificed to just put the pressure on like that. But it likes this as a second move. Whoa. That was a huge mistake. It actually wants queen check. And what's the move after king f1? Oh, just don't panic. Stockfish says don't panic. Just bring another piece over. And white doesn't have any great moves, apparently. If you try to bring your knight in, I just take it. And the rook busts through. And this is just too dangerous for the white king. Interesting. It's always interesting to see how Stockfish would have handled these positions. Okay. Best move was queen g5. Yeah, this was an amazing move by our opponent, by the way. This was a really good move. Yeah, knight takes e3 is the best move. Okay, rook e8 was a close second, so that wouldn't have been the end of the world if I played that. This was best. Knight e4 is the best move. Wow, he found that too. Queen e2, and white is winning. Big time. Oof, what a crazy game. Rook e8, best move. Okay. Yeah, and then they fell apart. Nice. Okay. Just for everyone. Sicilian defense. Let's go with bishop b5. Okay, we can do it. Very nice. Bishop d7, we have to take that. And I'm going to go ahead and castle. I'm going to play c3 and d4 right away. And yes, it might look like I blundered a pawn, but no, I did not. I did not. That was a gambit. They didn't want to take it. They didn't want to take my gambit. So now we have the decision. Do we push or do we take? Do we push or do we take? If we take and the queen takes, I'm happy because I gain a tempo. So if we take, the knight's probably definitely going to take. How do we feel about that position? We've got the weak pawn, but we also are castled and we can start putting the pressure. He's going to play e6, bishop e7 or something in castle. So let's just say takes. I could actually play knight c3 because now if you take, this happens. So let's say e6. Rook e1, bishop e7. Let's do it. I want to open up the file. I think we want the file open. You know, these pawns, like, yes, there are weaknesses, but only if you just sort of trade everything and let them attack it. If you focus on trying to create counter threats, it's not usually that easy for your opponent to just pile up and take your isolated pawn. So that's kind of what I'm counting on here, that he's not going to be able to just simply win my pawn that easily. I don't know. Is he actually thinking about taking with the queen? I didn't really think that was going to be a possibility, but maybe it is. Otherwise, I think you just take immediately here. Anyway, weird. I think I'm going to go knight c3, e6, and I might actually put the bishop on g5. What's my advice for someone stuck in 900? If you're stuck in 900, first things first, you could take Breaking 1500. Here's my course. It's going to be opening up again soon. It's been closed for a few months. That's the best thing if it's an option for you. Otherwise, usually people at 900 are still making blunders pretty frequently. And so if you can eliminate the blunders, you're probably going to go up. So I would say try to play a game where you just focus on not blundering. Forget about everything else. Forget about openings. Forget about tactics. Forget about anything. Just don't blunder and see how you do. And that would probably be my advice. Okay, e6. He actually traded, which is interesting, guys, because now I don't have the weakness there. Now, this could still be a weakness. Maybe that's his idea. But I kind of like this better. I think bishop f4 now, and we sink in the knight on e5 maybe makes sense. Rook b1 could happen. Bishop g5. No, I think bishop f4 is a nice diagonal for this guy to be on. I might even push c4 and d5, because what you don't want to happen is that black to get some sort of blockade here with like knight a5, queen d5, knight c4. And then the rook comes over and you end up just defending these pawns all game. That's what we want to try to avoid. So the question is, how do we do that? Takes rook b1. Takes, could I play c4 immediately? He's going to castle. d5, takes. We do have the passed pawn. The other thing I could do is just jump in with my knight. Takes. No, I don't like that as much. Queen d2 is also a move to get the queen over there. I think I want to take and go rook b1. I want to get this rook involved right away, and this does it with tempo. I don't understand why this person's not moving quickly, though. That's kind of weird. Like, you have to take the bishop. You have to. Maybe they're notating or talking to their audience like I am or something. Before I recapture this bishop, let me explain what I'm thinking about. I don't know. 30 seconds to play queen takes d6. Okay. So how do we do this? c4 maybe now to try to push at the right moment. c5. To gambit a pawn so that I can invade. Doesn't seem out of the question. Yeah, I think we have to be a little bit aggressive and like try to use these pawns. Otherwise, I think we get into trouble. So I'm going to do my best to do that now. I'm almost thinking about c5. Maybe I should go queen c2 first to prepare it. But then there's knight takes d4. There is d5 takes. But then the knight just attacks me. Queen d3 and I bring a rook over is another way to do it, I guess. Oh, I didn't move that. I wanted to go to d3. Okay. Well, at least it moves the queen off the back and makes way for a rook. But I really wanted the queen on d3, not on d2. So we'll see if that mouse slip helps me or hurts me as the game goes on. But yeah, I was really trying to go to d3. I guess you could say a benefit of d2 is it's defended. So it's not going to be, you know, there's no pin or something. But I wanted it there because it supports both pawns. And yeah, see what I mean? See what I mean? Okay, but wait a second. There is c5, and you can't take because you're knight. So you have to move. And then I can trade, and I get a target over here. All right, so maybe this queen d2 mouse slip actually was for the best. Although if my queen was on d3, maybe the knight wouldn't have even moved there, so who knows what would have happened. But okay, interesting. Yeah, now we can take probably. So what we have now is a very interesting situation. I have 2 weak pawns, but black has 1. Yeah, I guess just from a pawn structure standpoint, black's is probably a little bit better. But can I use my active pieces here to create some threats? Like rook c1. Look at this. I got a lot of squares controlled here. I think black has to be a little bit careful. I could also, like I'm thinking about bringing my knight in. I'm thinking about going like knight g5. Okay. Rook b4, rook b1. Rook b2, rook b1. No, that's No, you can't play there immediately, but you might move your rook over and then play there. Queen b4. Does a queen trade help me? Knight c6 takes, rook takes. No, you can't go knight c6. Actually, maybe queen b4. Maybe a queen trade is okay here. Yeah, it looks decent. Actually, it looks decent because this knight is pretty awkward over here. You can't go anywhere except back to b7. Okay, they're going to go for it. So I'm going to try to pile on here. And if we can win that, yeah, this is interesting. This is still very interesting. So do we double up or do we go 95? I think we go 95. On f6, I can go, let's see, knight c4, rook c6 looks bad for me. f6, huh? Maybe f6 is a good move. What if I just go over right away? Let me just do that. Let me just do that. Just pile on. See if I can sneak my king over. Probably a good plan. I don't think black... Okay, they go this way. Interesting. So 95 f6. I don't think I have a tactic there. Does threatening the back rank do anything? I don't think so. I'm just going to play some move like this. Unless I want to go to the 7th rank. He's going to play knight c6. No, you can't play knight c6. Well, you could. Okay, I think king f1's a good move. I think king f1's a good move. Because then I don't have back rank mate problems. And I want to come this way anyway. Rook b2 maybe to defend here. He stops the knight and he gives his king away in. King e2, knight c6 takes, check. Rook b2, then I end up losing a pawn. Yeah, let me go rook b2 so this is defended. And now I can go here with my king. I don't have to worry about that happening. Okay. Now, where do I put the king? Because if I go to e3, we have to watch out for the fork. If I go to d3, I have to watch out for the pin. Oh, he's going to force the issue. Okay. Oh, that's a nice move. That's a very nice move. Didn't see that. Yeah, we will lose. I think we will lose if I do that. That was a good move. There was a tactic if I traded. There was knight takes d4 check. Sneaky, sneaky move. So we're going to try to do this instead. Yeah, there is that though. Yes. Not looking good. Oh, wait, I just take it. Wait. What if I just take it and move up? Am I missing something? I don't think so. Take and go here. I mean, realistically, even if we lose this pawn, it's not like the game is over. It's probably still a draw in most cases. We just have to not lose any major pieces. But even right now, I'm still holding on to the pawn, especially if my king gets here. And if he wants to check me, we just go back and forth. So I just mostly have to watch out for the knife forks. That's how we lose this game. Or on time. Actually, we could lose on time. But now he has to watch out for the 7th rank, too. So you have to be careful if you're black as well. Yeah, maybe I could go rook c5 and sneak in this way. Put the pressure on the knight. Like on rook a7, something like this. If he checks me, I think I just go back. Because if I come up, then the pawns start hitting me. And that looks very scary. Looks like he's going to be taking a draw. Maybe? Let's just check. F5 here, H6. G5. You know, maybe I could actually, let's see, F5 key, because the thing about F5 is you open up. Okay, he's not going to do it. Interesting. He's going to go for this, which makes sense. I think I should probably pin that knight. Because otherwise, it's a very annoying knight. But the pin is pretty good. Pin is pretty good. Can I go up? I'm not gonna let this knight come into the game like that. Okay, I guess I have to, huh? Guess I have to. Okay, at least I avoid the fork. He can take this. But then I get pigs on the side. Oh, it's a fork. That's what I wanted to avoid. The fork. Man. Yeah, it's a winning endgame. You can just sack this and win the pawns. I said it. I said it. I just need to not get forked. And I got forked. Wow. Okay, well, there's that. I did mouse slip, but queen d3 wasn't really any better. It was just a different move. Stockfish says best move was d5. c5 was the best move. Yeah, I mean, they basically played like pretty much a perfect game, so you can't really feel too bad. I didn't really do anything wrong until the time pressure mistake at the end. Yeah. Supposed to trade. If I would have traded rooks, maybe I could have held on. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta stop, guys. I'm not really... I played fine. I don't know. I don't know. I think I gotta call it a night. That's a strong player, though. I don't think I've played this person before, Andrew. Yeah, they're very good. 97 accuracy. Yeah, it happens. Anyway, see you guys next time. Hopefully we'll get some points back on Wednesday. And yeah. Oh yeah, and like I said earlier, Breaking 1500, it's coming back in a couple weeks. So be on the lookout, and see you guys next time. Thanks, Rob, for being here. Yeah, no problem, Andrew. All right, take it easy, guys.